welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how I arrive at this beautiful, lovely cowl neck dress you're seeing here. Okay, so I'm going to be using my basic bodice. I have a video on how to cut or draft a basic bodice, okay? But this basic body, if you look at it, this is longer. Okay, so I'm making a gown top. I'm making a gown top actually, and then I have my shoulder measurement here, and this is my neckline. This is going to be the neckline. This is the shoulder measurement. I'm going to chop it off, okay, when I'm through. So this is the bust points. We have an armhole line at 9 inch. Our bust points, the underbust is at 16 inches. Then my hip line is at 25 inches. Then the length of the gown I'm making is 33 inches. So you first of all need your basic bodice, okay, before you start drafting this pattern. So, but before we go into the class, I want us to go for a short break, and then when we come back, we continue. Okay, welcome back again. So please, if today is your first time of coming to this channel, please do not forget to hit on the like button, and then at the end of this tutorial, if the tutorial was very helpful, please don't also forget to subscribe. Okay, all right, so without much ado, I am going to be drafting the pattern, and then all right, so now you're going to come to the armhole area. This is the armhole area. I have the armhole area at 9 inch. You're going to use a cut and spread method, okay? A spread and cut method, okay? Some say spread and splash, whichever one. Cut and spread, spread and splash. So once we get to this place, the armhole area, what you're going to do is you're going to cut through, but make sure you do not cut all, okay? Just watch exactly what I'm doing. Make sure you don't cut all. So I'm going to leave a 1/4 of an inch around that area. So we're going to open this way, okay? So can you see what we are doing? So now you are going to determine how much of the cowl you want to fold. All right, like what you're seeing on the picture. If you want it to fall a little, you can just come this way, but if you want it to fall more, you can go this way. That depends on how you want it to fall. So you're going to grab yourself a clean sheet, a clean pattern paper. So I'll be using this leftover pattern paper. And for our beginners, please, you should know that your pattern paper should be folded into 2. But because you know now, I'm using just 1, okay? So we are assuming the pattern paper is folded into 2. So all right, but before we start this, you would have cut your back, okay? You have cut traced out the back, okay? So what I did first time, what I did was to trace out my back. My back is going to have just normal round neck line, okay? But the back is going to also be from this place to here. That's the normal, okay? Are you seeing it? So it's going to have normal neckline. You can decide to go deep with 3 inches, 2 inches, 2.5, depending on how deep you want your back neckline to be. But for the front neckline, I went with 3 inches, okay? You would want to make it look somehow V and not round, okay? So once you are done with that, cutting out the back, so you can see what we have here. We just open up this way, okay? Depend on how open you want yours to be. It all depends on how wide you want it to be. So now grab a clean paper or a new pattern paper, or whichever one you have, leftover you have. You're going to place it this way. I'm placing it this way. So you're going to still spread more if you want. You can still spread it more if you want. I want more drape, so I'm going to spread more. So let's see how many inches we spread. I spread mine at 7 inches, so you can try to go at 6 inches, 3, 4, 5, depending on, like I said, it all depends on what you want. So I'm going to that's where I want it. So I'm going to trace it out. I'm going to go ahead and trace it out. But before you trace out, you don't want your work to just keep dancing and dancing and dancing and all that. So we're going to use a masking tape to hold it down. So try to hold it. Okay, hold here. And then I'll also hold here. So right now we're going to continue with our tracing, okay? I'll also put these points. So from here, I'm going to mark it straight. Though the pattern paper is already giving us a straight line, so it's already giving us a straight line. But because of, I want you to understand more, we're going to mark it so that you see it very well. So make sure it's touching this. So from here, that is the shoulder area, this shoulder, you're going to mark it straight to meet what? Here. So, like I said, it all depends on what you want, okay? You can decide to come in this way, okay? Or you go angle 90 or even as high. It all depends on how you want your cowl gown to drop. But I'm going to come this way, okay? Come this way. Then I'm going to connect. So you see how I connected. So I'll just trace out everything. And mind you, you should also know where the shoulder is when you're cutting your fabric. You should put a scissors there, like what do we call it again? You put a notch there, so that when you are joining the back shoulder and the front shoulder, that's the front bodice and the back bodice, you won't get confused. So you're going to put a notch on this place, don't forget that, and a notch on this place. So this is our new armhole. This is the new armhole, okay? So this is it. So I'm going to cut it out. Hope you get it. I'm going to cut it out. Now, like I said, I'm making a gown top, okay? You can decide to make something small for yourself, or you can decide to even make it a long gown, depending on what you want, okay? But just make sure you drafted out a basic bodice. So this is it, very simple, and it's beginners friendly. So we are going to just cut. And for those of us that are confused on what I took for the neck, the basic body when I was doing it, I took 3 inches deep, and then, yes, 3 inches deep, and I came down with 3 inches this way and 3 inches this way. So I went V, okay? The reason why I have to do that, so that you not get confused when we start draping. That's why I have to take the neckline immediately. Now, to make you understand more, if you watch, you'll discover that the distance from the angle I mentioned from the neckline here to this place is just 1.25, okay? 1.25. So if you're making yours, let it be 1 point. Just measure 1.25 there and go there. All right. So we are cutting now. so this is it. This is how it's going to look. So right now I'm going to go ahead and trace out the back, and then we'll cut what the material. I'll show you how I did the material when I was cutting it. That's the fabric. So this I'm through with cutting out the pattern. Back parts, it has a round neck. So, and this is what the front part. I'm through with cutting it. So now we are going to note, make sure you notch what the shoulder. So this is where the shoulder is. Here you must make sure you notch it, so that while you are joining the back side you won't be confused. So I'll just notch it now. So grab your scissors and notch that shoulder part. Sorry, I didn't remove the shoulder slope, but I've removed it now. So make sure you remove your shoulder slope. So just notch that area so that you're able to join it to the backwards, to the back part. Okay, all right. So you can see the front part is bigger than the back part. Is because of this thing here. By the time I join the two shoulders, it's going to become what? Equal. So let me show you how the front is going to look like when you finish joining. Now by the time you join these two shoulders, this place will just drape. It's going to what? Drape what? Drape down. Okay, let's open it this way so that you see it very well. Let's shift this place, this one. So as you can see, so just note the shoulders, the two shoulders. So this is the two shoulders here and here. Okay, so let's go in. So just bring the two shoulder. So as you can see, hope you can see it now. So this is how it's going to look like. So you see it, how it draped. Okay, so don't forget the shoulder. This is the shoulder here and here. So as you can see, it's draping. Then we are going to start what? Stitching it. And then you can decide to put your sleeve, put sleeve on it if you want a sleeve. So if you want a sleeve, just cut a basic sleeve. Okay, yes, cut a basic sleeve. I have a video on how to cut a basic sleeve, so I'll just put the link so you go and watch it. So okay, right now I'm going to show you how to join. Well, there's not much in this, but I'll show you how to join it anyway, but there's not much. So but before you do this, make sure you cut out a bias, okay, because you're going to close up this neck area. So we just cut out what? Trace out a bias, okay? Okay, so this is it, okay? I just put it on the mannequin so that you see how the drape came out. So this is just it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out the facing, both for the front and the back. And then we're going to start stitching. Please do not go anywhere, and if you find this video very helpful so far, please don't forget to subscribe, okay? All right, let's go and cut out the facing, and then we'll start sewing. Okay, so this is the front part. I've been able to cut out this strip for folding the neck area. Okay, so you just need something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it this way, starting from the shoulder. Remember, this is the shoulder part here, and that's why you need to what? Notch it. So I notch that area. What I'm going to do is I'll place this way until I get to this place. This is also the shoulder area, so just place it. Sorry, don't mind, the fabric I'm using is folding. It's a lycra fabric, okay? It's a lycra sample fabric. That's why it's folding that way. You know lycra now is usually like that. So I'm going to go right now and sew the facing, okay? Once I'm through with the facing, I'll turn it up this way. Hope you can see it. I'll turn it up. So that this is for the front part. Then for the back part, this is the back part, okay? So I'm also going to do the same. I've cut out the facing. This is the facing, okay? So you're going to just put it this way, okay? You sew it front side facing front side, and you turn it. Let's go and sew it and come back. So I'm through with folding the leg part, okay? So this is the shoulder here. So this is the shoulder here and here. So as you can see, so now what you're going to do is this. You're going to get the back side. This is the back side. This is the back side, okay? I've also covered it with the facing, okay? So as you can see, and then you're going to get the shoulder. This is the shoulder around here. You place, now let me show you it again. This is it. So this is the shoulder. You're placing from here to here. So I'm going to use my pin. I'll pin up that place. I'll pin here. I'll sew here, and then I'm going to also sew this place. Okay, we'll sew it. So once I'm through with sewing it, I'm going to put my my sleeve, and then I've already hemmed the bottom area. I've hemmed it already. So let's go and sew the two shoulders. You saw how I placed it. So let's sew it, then hem and put our sleeve, and then I'll show you the finished look. Okay, you can decide not to put sleeve on your own. It's not compulsory you must put sleeve, but I want a sleeve on it. Okay, so I'm using a basic sleeve. All right, so let's go and join the two shoulders, then put the sleeve. Like I said, I've hemmed the bottom area already. I folded it, so let's go. Okay, we've come to the end of this tutorial. So this is the finished look. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and do not forget to share with your soulmate. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.